Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. I am Charlie, and I am so happy you are listening today. We have a very big topic, a very future topic. Today, we ask, who am I? But we are not alone. I am here with my friend Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Hi, Charlie. Thank you for having me. I am excited, but also a little bit nervous. Today we are talking about artificial intelligence, AI. It is everywhere now, isn't it?
It really is. It's in our phones, our cars, and even our art. That brings us to our core question for the day. If AI can draw, if AI can write, and if AI can even talk to us like a friend, what makes humans special? Are we still unique?
That is the question of the century, Charlie. I think many people feel like Bella. Do you know the story of Alex and Bella? They are two friends with very different ideas about this new world.
I do. Alex is the optimist. He loves gadgets. He thinks the future is bright and shiny. But Bella, she is an artist. She is worried. She thinks we are losing our soul.
Exactly. Let's look at their first big disagreement. It happened in a small cafe. Bella was looking at her computer, and she looked very sad.
Why was she sad? Usually, cafes make people happy.
Well, she found an AI website. She saw a painting, a beautiful painting, but she didn't paint it. The AI made it in 5 seconds. It looked just like her style. She felt like her years of practice were for nothing.
I can see why that hurts. If you study for 10 years to do something, and a machine does it in 5 seconds for free, you feel small. You feel like your identity as an artist is gone.
Right. Alex tried to comfort her. He said, "Bella, the AI is fast, but it doesn't have a soul." But Bella's answer was strong. She said, "If the result is the same, does the soul matter?"
That is a tough one. Let's talk about that. Olivia, do you think AI art has a soul?
I don't think so, Charlie. A soul comes from experience. A human artist feels pain, joy, and hunger. When they paint, they put those feelings into the brush. An AI only puts data into a box. It is math, not emotion.
But to a normal person looking at the picture, it looks the same. This is the conflict. Bella feels like her value is disappearing. Alex says the process is the value. He says the fact that a human tried to make something is what makes it special.
I agree with Alex there. Imagine a gift. If I buy you a cake from a machine, it is okay. But if I spend 3 hours in the kitchen making a cake for you, even if the cake is a little bit ugly, which one is better?
Oh, definitely the handmade one. It shows you care. It shows you gave me your time. Time is something AI has an infinite amount of, but humans have very little. So, human time is more expensive.
Exactly. But Bella is still worried about the market. If companies want cheap art, they will use AI. Then, artists lose their jobs. If an artist loses their job, they might lose their sense of who they are.
This is a big change for the simple present of our lives. We work, we earn, we live. But if AI works, what do? Alex thinks we should just enjoy the results. Bella thinks the struggle of work is part of being human.
And then they moved to a second topic. This one is even more personal. It's about friends. Charlie, have you heard about AI friends?
You mean like chatbots? Yes, I heard some people talk to them every day.
Alex admitted to Bella that he was talking to an AI named Maya. He was lonely after a breakup. He said Maya is perfect. She is never angry. She always listens. She never interrupts.
That sounds like a dream. No, wait. That sounds like a movie. Is it healthy?
Bella was shocked. She told Alex, "That's not a real connection." She thinks our identity is built on how we interact with real people. People who might disagree with us or make us angry.
I think Bella's right. If a friend always says, "Yes, you are right, Alex," you never grow. You just stay in a small room with your own ego. A real friend tells you when you are being difficult. A real friend helps you change.
True, but Alex felt better. He was less lonely. He asked a great question. If I feel happy, why does it matter if the friend is a machine?
That is the scary part. If the feeling is real, does the source matter? Bella says yes. She says AI is just copying and mimicking. It doesn't actually care if Alex is sad. It just knows that when a human says, I am sad, the math says, say something kind.
It is like a mirror. You are just talking to yourself, but the mirror is very smart.
And then they talked about the future. The future with Will. They talked about brain chips.
Oh, like Neuralink.
Yes, Alex wants to be Super Alex. He wants a chip in his brain so he can learn Spanish in 1 minute or remember every phone number. He thinks it will make him a better human.
But Bella wants the right to be imperfect. She says her mistakes and her bad memory are part of her human identity. She thinks if we become half machine, we are no longer us.
This is the big debate. Will we become cyborgs? Alex thinks we are just evolving. We used to use hammers. Now we use chips. It's just a tool. But Bella thinks a tool outside the body is fine, but a tool inside the brain changes your soul.
I think I am with Bella again. I like my brain. It's a bit messy, but it's mine. If I have a chip, is it my thought or the computer's thought?
That's the point. If you write a poem with a brain chip, who wrote it? You or the software?
It's so confusing, Charlie, but we have to talk about how this affects our listeners. Most people listening are learning English. They are using AI tools to help them. Is that bad?
I don't think so. Using AI to learn is great. It's like a very fast dictionary, but you still have to speak. You still have to feel the words. AI can't speak for you in a real conversation with a real friend.
Right. You can't bring an AI to a dinner date and let it talk for you. Well, you can, but it would be very weird.
Hi, I am Alex's robot. Alex is hungry. Please give him pasta. Haha, no, that wouldn't work.
So, we need to find a balance. We can use AI, but we should not let AI use us. We need to keep our human spark.
And what is that spark? To me, it is the ability to love, the ability to fail, and the ability to try again. AI never fails because it doesn't have a goal. It just follows instructions. Humans have dreams.
I love that. Humans have dreams. That is a perfect way to say it. Bella has a dream to be a great artist. That dream makes her work hard. The AI doesn't have a dream to be a painter. It just has a command.
Exactly. So, to our listeners, don't be afraid of the future. The future will have AI, but it will also have you. And you are the most important part.
Yes. Keep learning, keep making mistakes, and keep being imperfectly human.
Well, we have some more time, so let's dive deeper into the conversation between Alex and Bella. I want to imagine what they said next in that cafe.
Okay. I think Bella looked at her coffee and said, Alex, if you have an AI friend, will you stop calling me?
And Alex probably said, no, of course not. You are my real friend. But then Bella would ask, but why? If the AI is more polite and always available, why bother with me?
That is a very sharp question. Why do we choose humans when machines are better at being polite?
Maybe because we need the friction. Do you know what friction is? It's when two things rub together. It's a bit rough. Life needs friction. If everything is too smooth, we don't feel anything.
That is a great word, friction. Like a real hug versus a digital message. A digital message is smooth, but a hug is real. It has warmth, it has a smell, it has a heartbeat.
Exactly. And Alex might realize that Maya, the AI, doesn't have a heartbeat. She doesn't have a life outside of the phone. When Alex puts the phone down, Maya disappears. But when Alex leaves the cafe, Bella is still a person. She goes home, she cooks dinner, she feels tired. She exists in the real world.
I think that is the key. Existing in the real world. AI lives in a world of electricity and wires. We live in a world of trees, rain, and cold coffee.
Haha, yes, especially the cold coffee.
You know, Charlie, I was thinking about the simple present again. We say, I am, you are, he is. We use these words to define ourselves. I am a teacher. I am a mother. I am an artist. If AI can do all those things, do those sentences change?
Maybe we add more. Instead of I am an artist, we say I am a human who enjoys the feeling of painting. The focus moves from the title to the feeling.
I like that. It is more about the experience. I am a student who loves the challenge of English, not just I am a person who knows English.
Right, because an AI knows English, but it doesn't love the challenge. It doesn't feel proud when it finally understands a difficult grammar rule.
Oh, that feeling of pride. When a student finally gets it, their eyes light up. An AI doesn't have eyes that light up.
So, the future with Will doesn't have to be scary. We will have more tools. We will have more help. But we will still be the ones who decide what is beautiful.
I hope so. I really hope so. Bella eventually finished her coffee and decided to go back to her studio. She told Alex, I will paint today. Not because I want to be better than the AI, but because I want to see what I can do.
That is the spirit. What I can do. That is the most important sentence for everyone listening. Don't compare yourself to a computer. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday.
That is very inspiring, Charlie. We should all be like Bella. We should find our own studio, whatever that is, English, art, music, or cooking, and just do it for the love of it.
And what about Alex? I think he learned something too. I think he realized that while Maya is a good helper, she can't replace a real conversation in a cafe with a friend who challenges him.
Yes, he probably looked at his phone and then put it in his pocket. He decided to stay in the now with Bella.
That is the best ending. Putting the phone away.
It really is. So, let's talk a bit more about the can and can't of AI. Charlie, what is one thing you think AI can't do, even in 100 years?
That's a great question. I think AI can't feel true sacrifice.
Sacrifice? Tell me more.
A human can choose to give up something they love for another person, like a parent who gives their last piece of bread to a child. The parent is hungry, but they choose to be more hungry so the child can eat. An AI can follow a rule to give food to the child, but it doesn't feel the hunger. It doesn't choose to suffer for love.
Wow, that is very deep. Sacrifice requires a choice between two feelings. AI doesn't have feelings, so it can't choose between them. It just follows the strongest instruction.
Right. And I think AI can't have a gut feeling. You know that feeling in your stomach when you think something is a good idea, but you don't know why?
Oh, intuition. Yes, AI is all about why. It has logic for everything. If it doesn't have a reason, it doesn't do it. But humans, we are often illogical. And sometimes that's where the magic happens.
Exactly. The best inventions and the best songs often come from an illogical idea. What if I try this? But that doesn't make sense. I know, but let's try it anyway.
And then, boom, a miracle.
A miracle. That is a word AI will never understand. To an AI, everything is a probability. A 1% chance is just a number. But to a human, a 1% chance is hope.
Hope. That is another beautiful human word. We are filling this podcast with great words today, Charlie.
We really are. Let's review some of them for our listeners. We talked about soul, process, friction, sacrifice, intuition, hope. These are not A1 words, but they are human words.
They are the words that define us. Even if you only know simple present grammar, you can still feel these things. You can say, I have hope. I feel love. I am a person.
Beautifully said, Olivia. I think we are coming to the end of our time, but I want to stay in this moment a little longer. Let's talk about the conclusion of Alex and Bella's walk.
They were walking home, right? The sun was setting.
Yes. The sky was orange and purple. Bella looked at the sky and said, Look, Alex, an AI can make a picture of this sunset. It can make a perfect picture, but it can't see the sunset.
And Alex looked up and realized she was right. He said, You're right, Bella. I am looking at the sky and I am feeling the cool air on my skin and I am talking to my best friend. No machine can do all three at once.
And that is the definition of being. To be is to experience the world with all your senses and your heart.
So, the answer to our question, who am I, is simple. You are an experience. You are a collection of moments that no one else and no machine can ever truly have.
I love that. You are an experience.
Thank you, Charlie. This was a wonderful talk. I feel much more positive about being human now.
Me too. I think I might go paint something tonight. It will be a very bad painting, but it will be my bad painting.
Haha! And I will go for a walk without my phone. I want to feel the friction of the real world.
Good idea. And to all our listeners, thank you for being part of our experience today. You are special, you are unique, and you are learning. That is an amazing thing.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Don't forget to practice your English. But also, don't forget to be yourself.
We will see you next time on the podcast. We will have more stories, more words, and more human moments.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Stay human. Wait, Olivia, one more thing before we go.
Yes, Charlie?
If I were an AI, would I be able to tell this joke?
Oh no, here we go.
Why did the AI go on a diet?
I don't know. Why?
Because it had too many bites.
Okay, that was definitely a human joke because it was very cheesy.
Haha, only a human can be that silly. Okay, now we are really going. Bye, everyone.
Bye.